Firstly, how are you today, Richard?
Very well, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Obviously, big event coming up at the moment, Mayweather Maidana. You said there about Maidana, exciting fighter. Do you think it's important that Maidana gets off to a fast start against Floyd as he did against Adrian?
He always gets off to a fast start, and he's wants to impose his will and to changes everybody's game plan. That's just how he is. We've seen it against Broner, we've seen it against Ortiz, we've seen it against most of the guys. So that's just how he fights, and that's what makes him so exciting.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of fighters say in the past that they're going to pressure Mayweather, they're going to force him to fight, but then as soon as they get hit, they go into a shell. Maidana seems to have a different attitude. Do you think he can sustain that even when Floyd's making him miss, making him pay?
Maidana never cares if he gets hit, and Maidana might even go down.
Yeah.
But what Maidana does when he goes down,
gets up.
He gets up.
He gets up and fights.
He has that will, and he goes into this with everything to gain and nothing to lose. And that mentality, and that's the right mentality, because you do fight the best pound for pound fighter in the world. So you have everything to gain, and if you lose, everybody expects him to lose anyway. So the pressure is really not on Maidana, the pressure is on Mayweather. And that, I think, is something which really stimulates and motivates Marcos Maidana, that he loves the underdog role.
Yeah, I mean, just talking about another man that was in the picture to face Floyd. I mean, we've seen Amir Khan return to the ring after a long stint out of the ring. I mean, how important is it that Khan not only wins, but wins well in this fight to project him into that Mayweather title picture?
Well, I think the key is the win, because he's going in not against, when you go in against an easy opponent, then it becomes important on how you win. But when you go into a fight with Luis Golasso, who is a former world champion, one of a natural strong welterweight who fought most of his career at welterweight, if you go into a fight like this, the key is to win. And obviously, you want to look spectacular, but the key really is to enter the welterweight ranks with a solid win. And Amir didn't pick a tune-up fight. He picked one of the most difficult guys you could pick at the welterweight division.
Yeah, I mean, the other main attraction on the card, Adrian Broner. I mean, Maidana upset Adrian late last year. I mean, but signs of a true champion. They have to recover. How do you expect Adrian to recover from that setback?
Well, you see, that's interesting, because a lot of people give Carlos Molina not much of a chance, but what we don't know is we don't know what kind of psychological damage was done to Adrian Broner in that fight. I mean, this was a vicious fight, that fight against Marcos Maidana, and I know that Broner is ready. He's ready to go. He's ripped. He trained hard, but the thing is going to be, once you get hit, how are you going to react? And that we don't know, and that is what makes this fight so intriguing and so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's down in the 140 division. I mean, people have criticised him, saying up at 147 he didn't seem to carry the power to keep pressure fighters off of him. Do you feel, or have you been told, that power is coming back now he's at 140?
Well, that's going to be an interesting question to see, and we're going to get the answer to that on Saturday night. But Adrian is a small, even a small 140 pound. He probably could make 135 for that matter. And so I think the 147 was more opportunistic for him, and probably would have been better to go back down after the Malignaggi fight. But hindsight is always you can't say. But I still expect Adrian Broner to be taking a step back, looking sensational, coming back with a big win, and then continue his march as one of the greatest fighters of today.